Alrighty guys, I'm back. I have moved everything. So this is set up so that I can get on both sides. I've gone ahead and leveled out and re-squared up 1, 2, and formed 3 here. So we're going to tie these off now. We're going to start with our stopper knot, our figure 8, tie that in there. Then we're going to tie this around the frame like so. Tie an overhand knot. Sorry. Whoa, almost knocked over my coffee. So, figure 8 knot, I'll show you how to do that in the next video. And we do a little overhand knot. Right here, ready, set, go. Overhand knot. Now let's see what's going to happen. I'm going to tie that, and it is going to cinch down. Do the stopper knot. Now it can't go anywhere. Well, slide it up to here. And then let's get some of that slack out of there. We are going to start going around. One, two, three, go ahead and pull in between each wrap. And I do find, sticking my thumb out there, just kind of guiding this around. And we got one more coming up. So you want to do it like this. So it's kind of spread out for now, right? And then when we come back around to tie it off, we're going to go ahead and cinch everything together. Alrighty. So we are done. That is the last loop. Go ahead and pull. You can hear it bite into the wood a little bit. And then we have forgotten to move our tools. You can, there are ways you can tie that off, so that you can move. Just carefully slide your screwdriver down into there. There, and now I'm going to take this, get some slack out so I can tie it up. Wrap it around the dowel, keep it tight. I don't have a lot of room. There we go. That right there. Alright, so what are we going to do? We are going to come up and over, and we are going to feed the line down. Feed the line down through there, all the way down, all the way down. Just trying to keep my threads in line here. Down. And we're going to do that one more time. And we're going to do that. We're going to be careful about how much line you cut off. You want to have a bit here to work with. I've done it. I still do it from time to time. Cut off not enough line. I mean, it's still doable, but just pull that tight. See, yep, I got enough. That was 2. We're going to do one more time, and then we're going to create our loop. Alrighty, there we go. Pull that nice and tight. Not too tight, because you're going to finish it off here. So we're going to put that through there. Now that, because the wax will keep it fairly stable. And then I'm going to loop it through there once. Go ahead and pull a little tighter. Twice. And thrice. And then you just pull, 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 pull. But, let the wax do some of the work. let it just slide and glide the thread down onto and over itself. Just take the screwdriver out, it doesn't need to be there anymore. Free up some space. Alright, now that is nice and tight. See how that's all cinched together right there? Now we're going to tie the infamous figure 8 knot. So, let's see how many attempts it takes me to get this. Did you see that? So behind, right down here, and you take this and you twist this once. And whoa, 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 don't worry, I got it. And then you put the thread right through there. Okay, so that gives you a figure 8. Now you're going to slide this figure 8 all the way down to the end. I might have to thread a little bit out here. There we go. It's sometimes it can be very testy. We'll get it there. You want to slide it all the way. You want to slide it all the way down to there. Okay. So, there we go. Now we got it right there. And then you can pretty much just pull it closed. Just keep the tension right on that crease. Okay. You can also use your fingernails to kind of pinch it and hold it together. And bam! Now there's your stopper knot. Now, what I like to do is, I'm going to put another one in here just for extra security. Okay, you take it, and if you can get that little loop around the knot to begin with, it makes everything so much easier. You just hook that loop around the knot in your figure 8 and then pull that closed. I don't know how any other ways to explain that. But you need to know how to tie a figure 8 knot and an overhand knot and then another figure 8 knot. So there you go. There's that one. We'll do that again right here. I really do not like this thing. It's terrible. But I don't know where my other one is. I have one that's got the little octopus legs. Okay. So, you start off with a figure 8 knot. Okay, so take your cord, this string in front, this string in back, okay, pinch it together, and then you're going to give it a twist, and then you're going to put this in through here. That's how you tie easy figure 8 knot. Bam. Okay, I'll do another one. So in front, okay, I hope you can see this. So front, back, twist, and then right on through, oops, right on through. See, figure 8, that's your figure 8 knot. What it's going to look like before you tighten it. Alrighty, that's the figure 8. This is an overhand knot. It's basically the same thing, but instead of twisting, you just go right in and good overhand knot. Overhand knot, pretzel knot, granny knot. Woo! That was close. Alright, so here's where we put the overhand knot in. Get some slack. Okay. The overhand knot is just a knot to tie on through this end, so it will slide all the way down, okay? So don't really concern yourself with that one. Overhand knot, you got your little loop, and right on through, boop. Right on. Get the slack out, and watch this. I'm going to try and do this in a manner so you can see. You're watching it slide all the way up to that stopper knot, and there you go. I'm still pulling, still same amount of strength, stop. Okay, I don't need to demonstrate anymore, like that's what you're looking for, that's what it's going to do. So, you know, it doesn't have to be ballistic strength, tough, just, that's all you need. And then sometimes you can actually drill a hole in your forms for your lashings. Whoops, sorry. Because of the way these fuselage kayaks are built, they also have this massive hole in the middle of their forms, you know, helps to save weight. But it's also an area you could just put the lashings through there. You know, some of them are thicker, some of them are thinner. Obviously, you don't want to have to use a ton of cord to do your lashings. So if you want to save a little bit, you can just drill a hole. Depending on where my lashings fall, I do drill appropriate holes, like the keel and the stern pieces both have holes in them for the lashings that are required. The holes that you see in these forms, the little pinholes on the sides, are actually where the dowel guides, because this was very thin plywood that I laminated together myself with a specific design in mind. The forms are indeed hollow to save weight, with a specific geometric shape inside. It's on one of the pictures. Well, it's on all the pictures for the project Loki posts on my Instagram. And you see what I did. I ran out of a bit there, so let's go. Boop. I actually should have not done it this way. I should have done this one, that one, this one, that one. Because as you can see, it's moved that a bit. It's okay. I just have to readjust it. And the screwdriver, I'm going to slide that in there. Ta-da-ta-da-ta-da. Slide that forward more. Alrighty, there we go. Okay, now on to the other side. We're going to start with form 3 since that's the one we tied off first and since it's the one that moved. Alright, figure 8 knot in, twist. Oops, twisted the wrong way. Twist. Oop. Behind my booty. Alright, boom. Overhand knot. Again, doesn't really matter where. Watch it slide all the way down and stop her, but damn. Sorry. Alrighty, last time around. fully drive on down. Move back a little bit. Here's the dowel. Alrighty, last time. And right down and in. And then we wrap. One, two, three, 4, and pull that screwdriver out of there. And this, okay, you're gonna grab your dowel. You can actually just wrap it around the screwdriver too if you don't have a dowel. And pull. Just cinch everything up right there. Keep going. Come all the way down. Alright, there we go. And then alright, double figure 8 in. Cool. We almost have these 3 forms in. Right on, right on, right on. Right on, right on, right on. Perfect. Perfect. Yes, I'm still watching. Perfect. Alrighty. Figure 8 knots, twist, and through. Short off. It's like one of the easiest knots to tie. Once you get the hang of it. And I'm going to go up and around. cinch this down. Ah, it's gonna happen. Sorry. Should we get? Time. Alright, and that is it for this one. We got all 6 wraps, 7 coming up, and boom. I don't need to pull on this one too tight. I am just going to chug. Now we grab our screwdriver and we stick it in here like a so. Ta-da-da-da-da. Being careful not to damage any of the line. And then we one. Maybe cinch that down a little bit. Give it a little stability. And thread the next one through. Alright, that was 3. We do number 4. Oops. 1. Now we're going to thread it through there. 1, 2, and a 3. Pull that out of there. And we get our dowel. Cinch that down. And that's why I put another one in just in case. It looks like it did something funky there. It's okay. I'll just finish this off and I'll fix that later. Yeah, if something like this does happen, do not just, well, yeah, it's good enough. Your ass is going to be out here in this in the water. You don't need anything to fail. Oh, okay, man. I'm just having a field day with this knot here. Oh, there we go. Boom. Done. I think what happened here, and it's probably a good thing, is I went too quick and I didn't tighten it enough as I was wrapping that up. So I'm going to cut that off and I'm going to redo it. So just slide my scissors in there. Put that. Plus, okay, so don't do that. I was just being impatient once again, so we're just going to slow this down, do it the right way. Alright, so there's that cinched down to the stopper knot. Bam! Just because it jerked around a little bit, I want to make sure everything is still okay in the correct position. Yeah. Alright, here we go. Alright, so pull, not too tight. Okay, there we go. Now we made it back around. And we're going to let out the slack. I'm just going to use my hands to pull this tight here. Tie that up. Pinch that off. And we're going to screwdriver. Slide it down in there. Alrighty, there you go. And 3. Alrighty. And that's what we're looking for. There you go. 1, 2, and 3, and then pull that tight. And go ahead and get that out of there. And there we go. Now twist. Twist again. Put that through. And pinch that off right there. And we're going to do it again. Ready. Poof. All right, there we go. Now we have the aft two forms.